So we're going to use this normal curve and try to figure out just how much money the insurance company should be charging those people. Which people? These people up here. How much should they charge? And they found 50 bucks is pretty good most of the time. You know, it's good most of the time when 10 people get hurt. But when more people get hurt, 50 bucks isn't enough money. They lose money. They're in the red. So that's not good. They can't afford to do that. That's not legal. So what do? Well, they need to at least charge people when there's a good chance that that certain amount of people is going to get hurt. And they found out that this area under the curve is very abnormal, which means it's probably not going to happen. Anybody that gets hurt more than anytime, there's probably not a good chance that there's going to be more than 18 people get hurt. On the other end, there's probably a really bad chance that there's going to be less than 2 people getting hurt, like 1 person or no people or something like that. It's probably not going to happen. Most of the time, it's going to happen from around 10. It's going to happen really close to 10. Like all this space that I'm coloring in represents the chance of it happening. So the bigger the space, the bigger the chance. The smaller the space, likewise, the smaller the chance. So it turns out that they find the chance of less than 14, between 10 and 14 people getting hurt is like about a 34% chance. And the amount of people from 14 to 18 that, 15 people get hurt, 16 people, 17, whatever, is about, that has a 14% chance of happening. Then this 34 just means that the amount of space this takes up is 34% of the total amount of space under this line, right? This 14% means this block right here takes up 14% of the underneath the whole line, okay? And likewise on this end, it's 34% and 14% also. But the insurance company doesn't care. If 2 people get hurt, that's awesome for them because they made a ton of money and they didn't have to pay out a lot of bills. If 2 people got hurt, 2 times 400, they only had to pay out 800 bucks, right? So they made a lot of money. And if 6 people got hurt, same thing. If 10 people got hurt, they still made a little bit of money based on that $50 I was saying they charged. So what? But if 14 people got hurt, they lost money. 18 people got hurt, they lost money. So they don't want to lose money. Nobody wants to lose money. So my point is, they don't care about any of this stuff over here. They don't care if less than 10 people get hurt. They'll only get worried when 14 or 18 or any more than that get hurt. So what are they going to do? They can't charge everybody $1 million. Nobody will pay. It makes no sense. They can't charge anybody more than 400 bucks because they could just pay that themselves, right? So it makes no sense. It has to be less than $400, but it has to be enough to cover all their costs, okay? Well, if you look at this graph here, I said that 34%, there's 34% of this graph comes between 10 and 14, and 14% comes between 14 and 18. Together, that means 34 plus 14 is 48%, right? That's 48. So if this is 48% right here, if this is 48% from here to here, that's 48%. And this over here, from here to here, that's 50%. Together, that makes 98%. Which means 98% of the time, less than 18 people are getting hurt. That's pretty good odds. That's a pretty good guess for the insurance company. So what they could do is they'll probably charge somewhere in between here, thinking that about this amount is getting, or they could just say, you know what, we're going to charge them how much it would cost us if 18 people get hurt. So if 18 people get hurt, we found out that was, well, let's just do it. 18 times 400 was 4,000 plus 3,200, which is $7,200, right? And there are 100 people, so they're going to charge everyone 7,200 divided by 100 people. They're going to charge everyone 72 bucks. And you know what? Most likely 18 people aren't getting hurt, so they're going to make a lot of moolah.